In Wayland, there is a chateau. It's not what you'd expect.
So it's called the Dudley Chateau after the Dudley Pond, and the Chat is just what the nickname's been as long as I can remember. So it's just, you're going to the Chat, you're going to the Chat, you're going to the Chat.
In this residential neighborhood, the Dudley Chateau can be hard to find, but impossible to forget. This pondside dive is a former speakeasy that's been holding court here since the 1920s, says manager Stacy Keating.
There's rumors that Ted Williams and Babe Ruth have both been in here. Honestly, I would say if these walls could talk, there would be some crazy movies going on.
The crowd is as eclectic as the decor. Construction workers in the afternoon, families by dinner, and customers who have been making the trip for decades.
Over 50.
Over 50 years. Today's a special day for you.
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday, and you chose to spend it here.
That's right.
And then there's the patio.
When the Chat patio came on, I just kept saying to people when we opened it, welcome to the Chatio.
You get the view of the lake, you have the food, you have the drinks.
I had the sparkling elderflower, and now I'm switching to beer, simply because I need to slow down.
As for the food, Keating says that this scratch kitchen can always throw it down.
This is the Cowboy. This is one of their signature burgers. I'm not even going to attempt to try to take a bite out of this thing.
Originally, we were known for our burgers. A lot of our food, all our sauces are made fresh. Our pico's homemade. Our tortilla chips are homemade.
So are their beloved buffalo wings.
Crispy, not breaded, cooked right, the sauce, the homemade blue cheese that comes with it. I think they're probably better than anywhere in Massachusetts, and I'll stick to that.
Cheers. It all adds up to near constant year-round crowds at the Dudley Chateau.
There's so many people, and I had to go 3 times to find parking. That means people want to be here.
Even the view from indoors never gets old, says Keating.
It's nature at its finest, but from inside the restaurant while you're eating good grub.
It winds through some of Massachusetts' most charming communities. Near the Charles River, we meet a young man who walked away from a law career to make sandwiches. And South Natick couldn't be happier about it.
I was so impressed by how good my sandwich was that I keep coming back.
10 out of 10. 20 out of 10.
Lunch on the Charles opened in October 2025. It is 140 square feet. There is no kitchen, and Abe Worcester does everything himself.
All right, there you go. I'll get that going for you.
Worcester grew up in Attleboro and Rhode Island, curious about cooking.
I've kind of always loved food. I started cooking with my mom when I was super young. Grew up one of 7 children, so learning to cook with what you had was very important to me and my family.
He worked at restaurants during college, later enrolling at Suffolk University Law School. After graduating, he pivoted.
I kind of got this feeling of like, I don't think this is what I want to do with my life. And so I went back into hospitality full-time with the goal of like, now I want to see if I can make a career out of this.
At Lunch on the Charles, Worcester turns limitation into an art form. Well before lunch hour, he cooks at a rented kitchen in Woburn. Everything else is made fresh here in South Natick, and then some.
Tomatoes, once you refrigerate them, you know, they lose their flavor. A fun challenge to me is making things that taste great but are still pretty good for you.
His best seller is the chicken bacon avocado, house marinated, grilled with maple bacon and chipotle mayo on toasted sourdough. But Abe's favorite is the tuna.
So we use wild-caught albacore, then it's fresh squeezed lime, avocado, cilantro, shallots, celery, and tahini, which is a chili lime seasoning, and some of our house-made mayo.
The sandwiches are fantastic, you know, and soups. His soups are really good.
People often take their lunch across the street to the dam and the Charles River.
We just love it here. It's so calm, and the food is fantastic.
For Abe Worcester, the recipe is simple. Good food, a beautiful setting, and the courage to follow your gut.
There's something very peaceful about working with your hands, about creating. There's a life in the hospitality industry that's like, it's work hard, play hard. All right, great seeing you. I don't know, it just resonated with me.
Wow, you saw the space, 140 square feet, not a lot of room. One of the reasons Abe has to work alone, but he actually likes it that way. He's very, very particular about his sandwiches and wants to make sure that every customer has it just the way they want
I'm
it.
sure. And back to the Chat, what a gem that place is. It's a popular gathering spot for fans and families before local sporting events. And they even keep hockey and lacrosse schedules handy because so many people come in before these games to cheer on their teams.
Oh, that's nice.